Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about all of the fragrances that I wore last week. I've got a ton. I'm gonna jump right in. So the first one I'm gonna talk about is this little guy from Alkemia. This is the one called, somebody even told me how to pronounce this correctly, but I've completely forgotten. I wanna say they said like Hygge or something like that, maybe Hygge. And it is a Danish word, not a Swedish word. And I guess it means like, I don't think there's a direct translation for it, but I believe it means something like cozy, like it's a cozy feeling or something. But anyways, I wore this fragrance from Alkemia. I think you can still get this, I think, for the sale price. And this is absolute heaven. This is heaven in a bottle. It's so amazing on the skin too. It smells like warm iced gingerbread, like creamy warm iced gingerbread. That's what it smells like. It's really fluffy smelling. It's spiced. It's just one of the coziest scents I think I've ever smelled in my life. It smells incredible. It is an absolute monster of a fragrance too. I put this on, I want to say probably around 5 o'clock in the afternoon or in the evening, and I could smell this until I took a shower the next day. It hung around forever. This is definitely going to be a go-to in the colder months. So happy to have this one. I wish I could remember how to pronounce it. I want to say it's like Hygge or something. But anyways, that's that one from Alkemia. Okay, next I wore this Kumba Made oil. This is Kumba Made Black Coconut. When I talked about this in my, oh, kitty cat, in my coconut video, I talked about how this one is just kind of weird. And so I was like, well, I want to wear it to, and give it a good full wear test and see if it's really actually strange. And it is. This is coconut and almond and chocolate, which should be a really good combination, but there's something about the almond in it that's really, really off-putting. And it does smell fine out of the bottle, but on skin, it's really, really weird. I don't love this. And I layered it, thankfully this is what saved the day. I layered it over this Goose Creek lotion called Raise for Days. And this is pineapple, lush melon, clementine, and soft sandalwood. I'm very glad that I did not layer it over something else, like a coconut lotion, because I feel like it just would have ended badly. This is really beautiful. This is juicy and fruity. Really kind of light. Yeah, it's like a light, juicy, fruity fragrance. It's super nice. It's not like overly synthetic smelling. It doesn't smell natural or anything, but it's not overly synthetic or anything weird. And it really balanced out the weirdness of the black coconut. So yeah, I've definitely come to the conclusion that I don't love this fragrance. This was not a bad combination though. This lotion kind of tempered that weird like almond and coconut combination. So yeah, I don't recommend this oil. It's not very good. So that is Kumba Made Black Coconut. Okay, next I wore my Sarah Jessica Parker SJP NYC Crush. This, you guys, I love how this smells in the bottle. And this used to smell amazing on me. It used to be like a really beautiful, creamy coconut, but something about my skin chemistry is off. I don't know if my skin chemistry, it has to have changed because things are just not smelling the same on me as they used to. And the perfume still smells perfect. It's not the perfume. The perfume is not off. So it's something with my skin chemistry. This pulled super, super nutty on me. So I almost felt like I wasn't even wearing a coconut fragrance. I felt like I was wearing a really heavy, nutty fragrance. It was so weird. So yeah, this just doesn't smell good on me anymore, and it's so sad. So I am going to start taking notes every time something like this happens where a fragrance that used to smell amazing on me is just not smelling good on me anymore. I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter it. Because I know that even though I love the fragrance, I love this fragrance, I know that I will never reach for it again because I don't want to smell unpleasant. And there's so many perfumes out there that I can pick up that will make me happy, that will smell good on me. I'm really curious to start testing some things that used to not smell so good on me to see if they maybe smell better on me since my skin chemistry has changed or something. I don't know, it's the weirdest thing. I have another fragrance though that I wore this week that the same thing happened. It's really, really sad, but at the same time, it's like, it's okay. It happens. It could be my hormones changing. It could be a lot of things. I'm just happy to say it's not the perfume. I would much rather it be me than the perfume. But yeah, sadly, this one just doesn't work on me anymore. I absolutely love it. I layered it over my Bath & Body Works Vanilla Coconut Lotion, which this still smells perfectly fine on me. This still smells really amazing. This is Whipped Vanilla Peach Blossom and Warm Coconut. I love this lotion. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite Bath & Body Works coconut lotions. I just think it's such a great coconut. So thankfully this smells good on me. Sadly, this just doesn't. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get together all of the fragrances that are just not smelling good on me anymore, and I'm gonna do a declutter. Sadly, I'll film it for you guys so you know what is having to go because it smells like trash on me now. Okay, next I pulled out this one. This is one of those Urban Outfitters fragrances, and this one is called Chai Eclair. And I think the house is called Le Monde Gourmand, I think. Oh, I love this. I love this because it kind of smells like a very slightly spiced amber. It's really, it's not very chai-like at all. It doesn't smell like chai tea or anything, but it does smell like a very slightly spiced kind of creamy amber. It's gorgeous. I love it. It lasts all of like 5 minutes though, for real. You can spray this on and you're not gonna smell it like, probably 15 minutes later, you won't smell it anymore. I kind of use this like a body spray where I'll just like spray it all over and I'll enjoy it while maybe I'm getting ready or something, and then I'll go spray on another perfume for the day. So that's kind of how I use this one. I really like it though. It's a very enjoyable fragrance, and I'm really, really craving fall scents right now. Even though it's still incredibly hot out, it's not fall weather yet, not even close, but I'm already really, really craving fall scents. So I've been like gravitating towards fragrances like this, and this one's great because it's like a fall scent, but it's so fleeting that it won't choke you out, and you can feel like it's fall for 15 minutes or so. So anyways, that is Chai Eclair from Urban Outfitters, or Le Monde Gourmand. Okay. This is the perfume that I sprayed on after that one wore off. This is my Miss Dior Eau de Parfum, and I think this is the 2017 formulation. I'll have to look it up. Or is this the 2012? Actually, I think this is the 2012 formulation. I think I'm missing the 2017 formulation is what I really need to get. I absolutely love this fragrance. This one to me is pretty rose heavy. This actually reminds me a little bit of more Marshmallow, which is a very syrupy rose fragrance. In fact, I've been meaning to pull it out and wear it to bed. In fact, I think I might do that tonight. I might pull it out and wear more Marshmallow to bed, because it's a very syrupy like rose fragrance, and that's what this kind of reminds me of. This is a little bit later than more Marshmallow, and not so rose forward as more Marshmallow. I absolutely adore this fragrance. This smells so good on me too. It's just one of those perfumes that just meshes well with me, and I absolutely love it. I love how dark my liquid has gotten too. It's just aging beautifully. Aging like fine wine, really. It's gorgeous. So anyways, that is the Miss Dior Eau de Parfum, and I believe this is the 2012 formulation. This next one I wore because I ordered the newest flanker of this perfume, and I wanted to go ahead and wear the pillar before the flanker came so that it would be fresh in my mind, so that when the flanker came and I wore it, that I would be able to compare them, which I'm gonna do a whole video anyways. But this is Elie Saab Girl of Now. I absolutely adore this fragrance. This is one that got super, super hyped up maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. I feel like it's been a long time. I first heard Emmy Ever After talk about this. If you guys remember Emmy Ever After, I don't see her on YouTube anymore, but I first heard her talk about this, gosh, so long ago. But I think Jeremy Fragrance is the one that blew it up. I think he talked about it, and then that's when it really like blew up. But I always feel bad because I feel like she should get the credit, because I heard her talk about it long before I ever heard. And I never watched Jeremy Fragrance, so I didn't even know that he was the reason it was blowing up until I heard other people talk about it. But anyways, yeah, this is a stunning fragrance, and it is worth every bit of hype that it got. This is gorgeous. This is orange blossom and pistachio and maybe some almond. It's really syrupy and sugary and sweet and decadent smelling, but at the same time very perfumey. It's not a gourmand fragrance. It's not like an edible gourmand. It's a very perfumey, like sweet perfumey orange blossom and pistachio fragrance. It is absolutely fantastic. To me, this is a collection must-have, unless you're somebody that absolutely hates this fragrance. But if you like fragrances like this, oh my gosh, I can't imagine a perfume collection without this perfume. It is so good. And I didn't even care that it was like 95 degrees out the day that I wore this. I was so happy. And this is one of those fragrances that, yes, it is kind of a heavier perfume, but it holds up in the heat just perfectly fine. It's not too overwhelming in the heat, at least it's not for me. And I'll wear it any time of year. I prefer it in the colder weather because it performs better in the colder weather, but I love it any time of year, and I wore it in the dead of the heat. It was like 95 degrees out with like massive humidity. But yes, I just picked up the newest flanker to this called Girl of Now Lovely, which I'm going to film a whole video comparing the two. But yeah, I love this fragrance still to this day. I think it's worth every bit of the hype. So anyways, that is Elie Saab Girl of Now. Okay, this next one is another one that is kind of, this one can be worn any time of year. It holds up really, really well in the heat, but I think I prefer this one in the cooler weather too. But you guys can see I'm already like in the fall mindset. I'm already ready for my heavier fragrances, because at heart I am a fall winter fragrance kind of girl. I like heavier fragrances. I don't love citruses. I don't love light perfumes. I don't like fruity perfumes almost at all. I love my tonka and amber and vanilla and chocolate and patchouli, and I just love my dark fragrances. But anyways, I pulled out my Franck Boclet Vanille. This smells like a key lime pie. This is a vanilla fragrance, but it's got such a heavy dose of lime in it that's really what you get. You get a ton of lime and a beautiful creamy vanilla. There are a ton of other notes in this, not like a ton, but there are plenty of other notes in this. But for me, this basically boils down to the most beautiful creamy lime vanilla fragrance. I love the color of the liquid. I just think it's just so cozy and beautiful. This thing is an absolute beast of a fragrance. A lot of the time vanillas just don't hang around very long. Franck Boclet Vanille lasts for ages on me. I think I sprayed this on at probably 10 o'clock in the morning, and I could still smell this at 7 o'clock at night. It held up in the heat. It was like in the 90s the day that I wore this, and it held up in the heat. It's an amazing perfume. I really want to get the heliotrope fragrance from this line as well. There are so many. I think there's a tonka one as well. There are so many fragrances from this line that I really want to get. So anyways, that is Franck Boclet Vanille. Okay, next I wore this beauty. This is my Montale Roses Elixir. I wish I could see into this bottle to see how much I have left. I think I've got maybe half a bottle of this left. This is a tester bottle. I absolutely adore this fragrance. This reminds me of like a sweet Dior rose. It's almost like a sweet Turkish rose. It's a little bit fresh. It's very youthful smelling. Yeah, it's a fresh, youthful, kind of like clean, white musky, Turkish rose. It reminds me of like delicate pink rosebuds or something. It's so beautiful. It's so feminine and sweet smelling. I feel really, really good in my skin when I wear this fragrance. It's just one of those perfumes that just will make you feel like, I don't know, like a woman. But I love it. So yeah, this is an absolute monster of a fragrance. This will last for 12 plus hours. You will smell this forever. It's amazing. I love Montale and Mancera fragrances for that reason. I just think that they're some of the best quality fragrances as far as performance goes. They perform incredibly well. This one's no exception. If you like a Dior kind of style rose, I think you would really like this. I really love it. So anyways, that is Montale Rose Elixir. And then last but not least, this one makes me so sad that I even have to report this, but this is another fragrance that just smelled awful on me, and it never used to. And it's one of my favorite celebrity scents ever. It's gotten really, really difficult to find. And when I think about decluttering this, I second guess myself because I'm like, no way, you're never gonna find that again. But then at the same time, it's like, but somebody else that it smells good on could enjoy this. It does not smell good on me anymore. In fact, it smells the opposite of good on me. Sadly, that is just Justin Bieber Collector's Edition. I've got a huge bottle of it too, and I've used maybe like 5 ml of this. And I love this. I love everything about it. I love the little record charm on it. I love the drippy gold on it. I love the frosted glass bottle. I absolutely love how this smells in the bottle. It smells so good. It smells sweet and soapy. Not soapy, it's more shampoo-y. It's like a sweet, fresh, shampoo-y fragrance. I love the purple in the lid. I love everything about this fragrance. This smelled so bad on me, and it was maybe like 10 minutes after I had sprayed it on when it really dried down. And I was like, oh my gosh, I smell horrible. That cannot be my Justin Bieber fragrance, because that fragrance usually smells so good on me. And it was this, and there was really nothing I could do about it. I went to town with it. 10, 12 sprays is my usual. So there was nothing to do except to just let it wear off. And so I went about my day, and my daughter and I were in the car and we were out, and she was like, Mom, you smell super cheap. Like straight up told me I smelled bad, that I smelled really cheap. And I was like, I know. Like, I can't even, like, there's nothing to even say. I know, it smells so bad on me. And she was like, what perfume is that? And I was like, it's my Justin Bieber fragrance that I have had and loved for years. And it all of a sudden smells terrible on me, and it's not the perfume. Again, the perfume smells perfect. The perfume in the bottle is perfect. When you spray it, it smells perfect. It's just once it gets on me, it smells terrible. So something has happened with my skin chemistry. I have come to terms with it, and I'm just gonna have to let these perfumes go, because again, when I really sit and think about it, I'm like, there are 1,000,001 fragrances on the market, millions of fragrances on the market. And at the rate that I buy them, if something is not working for me, or if I'm just not reaching for it, or my skin chemistry changes and something just smells bad on me, or even if my taste just changes, I need to let things go so I can bring in new, so I can bring in new stuff and review things for you. But anyways, yeah, that is a very sad situation with this, but this will end up in a declutter video, sadly. So I've got Justin Bieber the Key as well. I'm gonna give that a wear test this week to see if it does the same thing on me. It smells slightly different than this, so I'm like hoping and praying that one doesn't smell bad on me and I can keep that one. But I'll update you in a what I wore last week video. So anyways, that is Justin Bieber Collector's Edition. And that is gonna be it, you guys. Those are all of the fragrances that I wore last week. I do hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.